to incoming district governor, as well as Rotary district trainer. Now, today we're going to be talking about staying home and promoting Rotary while you're staying home. The importance of all the online tools, because what's something that has taught us well during this whole MCO period is everyone is online. Now, while with this everyone is online, there's also a lot of content online. And what Raj will be sharing with you is how we take advantage of this and prepare the right content to be seen online to ensure that your content receives the attention it deserves. Now, some quick house rules for today. Make sure you have a name to your Zoom profile so we can address you. Otherwise, we'll be calling Oppo A3, iPhone White, iPhone Black, iPhone Purple. We don't want to have that. All participants will be on mute. And what happens is now, Raj has 6 key learnings as he will run through with you. Use the chat function to put your questions. Now, what will happen is try and relate each question, if possible, to each key learning, because what we'll be doing is before Raj moves on to the second or third key learning, we'll take a pause, and that's when we'll sort of share the questions and Raj and us would answer them as well. Okay? If you're on camera, you're on camera. We know how everything works on night. It's very candid. You might have a cat or a dog coming on the lap or your child, but just keep that in mind as well. Don't worry, this is a fun session. Now, sometimes you may connect to more than one device. What happens is if you are connected on the phone and the laptop or tablet, there might be an issue, technical issue with the audio and videos. Just ensure that, if possible, connect to one or mute the other devices. Turn on your video if possible. All of us have got our videos on. Don't worry, we all still look good even though we're at home, even though PM has announced another 2-week extension. My beard has grown very thick, as you can see. It's going to grow thicker and thicker. And do participate as well in the chat discussion. Now, a little introduction about Raj. Well, we all know him, but Raj is, just give me a second. Raj joined the Rotary Club of Subang in 2009. He was the president in 2012. He is, most importantly, our incoming district public image chair. He co-founded Purple Ants Events. Now, basically, he specializes in corporate training and corporate events. Basically, we are all industry practitioners, so we know how to help you prepare this content. And we've got Karthi and myself, as we said earlier, we are also industry practitioners. So, Raj, if you're ready, I'd like to pass the floor to you.
Yes, I have to be ready. Can you hear me, right? Yeah. All right, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for dialing in. Apologies for the delay and the small confusion about the start time. So we are here. Let's start this. All right. So the title is "Stay Home, Promote Rotary, and Share Your Rotary Experience." All right. Before I start, I'd like to share a quote from a very PI guy. He said, "No matter how great your product and services is, no one will hear about it if you don't attract attention." It's that simple. So we have to continue attract attention, show attention. I mean, for people to know about Rotary. And why we are taking photographs and posting on social media, we are not boasting that we have done so and so, but we are showing that what more we can do. Let's be positive about that, because I always read this, don't take photograph of what you do and don't, boast about it. It's not about boasting, but we are showing what more Rotary can do. Right, so let's have that in mind. So we are here in this MCO period now. So we have to find ways to work within the restrictions and limitations that we have. And yesterday we got a good news that it's been extended to 12 May. So let's be positive about it. So let's take advantage of the situation. Let's see what we can do. So today's topic is all about your public image work, your public image initiatives for Rotary, for your club as a Rotarian during this MCO. All right. So what we can do is we can go online. That's all we can do. go online. And there's a many social media platform, the most popular for Rotary clubs, because I follow mostly all the Rotary clubs. You know, I search for all the Rotary clubs, all the 83, 84 of them, and I do follow them. And most 90% are on Facebook. And out of 90%, I would say 50% are active. That means they are actively writing and posting the photograph at least the next day, you know, after the projects or any activities. And another, I would say 10% is in Instagram. All right. So today, most of the sharings will be on based on Facebook. So I've gone through all the, most of the clubs, and I've taken a few good ones to share. Because as I always say, there's no one right way, or there's no one best practice to do your PI work. There are many ways, depending what you can do, what you are interested to do, and who are your target audience. And you pick the right approach to do it. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to share what clubs have done during this MCO and few other tips that what we can do. So going online, right? So our PI initiative and work is not just for the public. We always must remember that, because sometimes even when I started, I was only writing and posting only for the public to know about Rotary because of membership. Then later I realized that all our work, all our PI work is also to develop and strengthen the Rotary spirit and interest in our members too, the new members, the sleeping ones, the active ones. You know, we have to remind them of what they can do as a Rotarian and what they have done, what more they can do. In terms of projects or in terms of helping another member. So it's also a PI work internally within the club and external to the public. Right. So the first key learning today is usage of the correct branding. Right, you can see the bars moving, loading, because we are still in the process of getting the clubs to adopt to the new logo. And RI changed it around 5 years back, the logo. And I'm going to show you a few, not a few. These are the only correct logos that you can use. The word Rotary on the left and the mark of excellence on the right. So together it's known as the master brand. So this is the first one is the full color, and then you have two color, and then you have one color, either black, azure blue, or white. And then that's the last one says clear space. That's indicating the space that you need to have from the logo to the next image or a word, the space that you have to leave out. I've done this in the Prepets 2, so your presidents are aware. So I'm going to go fast on this. And these are a few options that you can have to put the wording of your club name. The most typical one is that the top, where below the Rotary word, you have Club of Subang or Club of Bukit Bintang. And then you can also have at the top, or on the, if you look at the purple bar, you can have the whole thing on your right. If your club name is very long, like Kuala Lumpur D Raja, you know, it's long. And so you can have it, the whole thing on the right, right? Or the last one. These are the two. These are the only options of putting the names to the Rotary master brand. And this is mark of excellence that you can use. Only 4 types of colors: the gold, the azure blue, the black, and the white. So to make it easy, only create your Rotary logo from the brand center. brandcenter.rotary.org. Do not Google it. Do not ask your t-shirt vendor to just do it himself, to give him a sample, and don't ask him to do it himself, because there are a lot of criteria that you have to consider, like the size of the wheel should be the size of 4 R's inside. So there's a lot of criteria to it. So the easiest to take your headache away, only create your logo in the master brand. Remember. But then we have a lot of questions, you know, change to new logo. Why? Why the fuss? What's the difference? A lot of them are asking, what's the difference now and then? You know, the only difference is the word is on the left. And then they're also asking, it's the same wheel. What's the problem? people can still identify Rotary. And some are saying it worked fine for 100 years. Why now? Right? And there are also people saying it's Karti's fault. Right? So for that reason, can, can I call upon past Assistant Governor Karti, who is also the incoming Assistant Public Image Regional Coordinator for 2020 to 2022, to explain why this change and why is it important for clubs to adopt the new change. Karti?
Thanks, Raj. You know, I mean, it's basically all a science. And you know, when Rotary International decided to do this, it wasn't done haphazardly. It was done through collection of data, right? In 2000, I think from at least from the year 2000 right up to 2011, they collected over 20,000 views. They went down to the ground and asked people opinion, right? And it was a result of that was the change needed to be done. People saw the wheel, people knew that Rotary did this, and some of the learnings we got from there was, people assume that Rotary clubs build bus stations, Rotary club build bus stops, right? Because the wheel was, people in somehow recognized the wheel but didn't know it was Rotary International. Hence, there was a need to bring the word out of the logo. So that's why you see now the logo, the name, the word mark Rotary appears besides the wheel. So that was the initial change. But to go on further to explain, it's, at this afternoon session, I'll go on into the history of that. But basically, the logo and the name needed to be more visible. So just from a simple man's thing, the word Rotary was removed, not actually removed, but was repeated again beside the wheel. So there was a necessity because of the study done amongst 20,000 people all over the world, and hence the change of the wheel. There are many other reasons, but we'll go into it at this afternoon session.
All right, thank you, Past Assistant Governor Karti. There you go, the reason why we have to change. But to know more, please dial in at 4 p.m. He will cover more in depth of the reason for the new change. All right, so the second key point that I would like to share. Anything, Gurmeet, before I move to second?
So far, no questions. If you have any questions pertaining the first key learning, which is with regards to the branding, can you please type your questions now, or you would like save it for the end of the session?
Maybe regarding the logo, we can save it to 4 p.m. Maybe
okay,
we can discuss
right.
more there. Yeah. All right. So the second part is share exemplary action in your postings. All right, because this a lot of postings that I go through, and let's look at this first. So now the situation for us is stay home, duduk rumah, wear mask, social distancing, and people of action photographs. And there are clubs that go out there, do projects. I really admire their spirit and energy to go out there. Well done. But please, when you post the photographs, please consider these restrictions or the rules given by the government, and also personal responsibility to stay safe. Right. So these are a few of the pictures that I felt is good, worthy sharing. This is by Rotary Club of Sentul, buying the groceries, good, with gloves, with mask, and then the picture is in action. You can see what's happened there. So people of action photograph is a photograph that tells you the story without you reading the caption or reading the story. That is called the people of action photographs. All right. This is Rotary Club of Ipoh, and they delivered to groceries to starvation of army, the home. And this is RC Bukit Kiara, Sunrise. This is again Sentul, they're working for the Face Shield Hero. And this is Rotary Club of KLCC. And this is Rotary Club of, I think, Greentown, if I'm not wrong. Yep. And then more sharing. This is Rotary Club of Sentul. They're working with doing the facial. This is President Wilson from Bukit Angkasa. And he worked with many Rotary Clubs to deliver the vegetables. And this is the Lonely Max looking at the trolley. And then you have these Rotary Club Subang, when they contributed to the stranded Indian nationals. This is Rotary Club of Greater KL. They delivered groceries to Lovely Nursing Home. And this is Rotary Club of Penang, providing the the face mask. And this is President Mahindran from Sri Petaling giving out vegetables, and this is from Rotary Club of Old Klang Road. So these are the pictures. I want to share these pictures because these are good people of action photographs, and the social distancing is wearing mask, and they are being an exemplary action, right? So because we are all ambassadors of Rotary, all of us, whether you post online, whether your face is in the photograph. So it's very important for us to choose the right photographs that's going to safeguard and uplift the image of Rotary. Please remember that. All right. So number 3 is highlighting your experience, not the description. This is touching on the your posting, the write-up, right? So this is an interview of the incoming RI president in the March Rotarian issue, when there was a question about public image. And he said, we have to tell a true story of why we are doing things. To really be a part of Rotary, you have to be proud of the organization, and we have to be proud of our work, not about what you are doing. So what he's saying is, tell the why. Share your experience. Don't tell the what. If you give groceries to 50 B40 families, your write-up shouldn't be in one line saying that giving 50 box aid food to 50 families. Everyone is doing that. We are Rotary. We are bigger than that one line. So you have to tell your experience, either your experience of witnessing the giving, or the happiness of them receiving it, or where are we moving from there, the contribution, the continuity. So share your experience, not the description of the project, because who's reading it is your family members, your friends, your business associates. All right, they can be, or they are potential for your prospects, for your membership development, or they can be your donor, and they are your well-wisher. So when you tell a story, they will read the story, because story sells. They trust you because they know you. They will read because you wrote it, right? But don't write too long. Yeah, make it keep short, sweet. Keep it short and sweet and very attractive. And I want to share a few postings that have been done. Again, Rodrigo Santol, they've been doing a lot, and they update every day, every week. And then this is Rotary Club of Ipoh. And why I'm sharing this, if you look at the picture, the far right, actually they have shared a letter from the Salvation Army Boys Home, thanking Rotary Club of Ipoh for their contribution, and a bit of experience that how happy they felt, and how the contribution have moved them forward. This is good. Whenever you have an appreciation letter, please post it up. So share the good news. And then this is Rotary Club Bukit Bintang. And I like their photographs, but the write-up could have been a bit more. And this is Rotary Club of Subang, and their write-up was more on what are they giving and where is it going, and this is more a donation request. See, when donors, they need to know where the money is spent, where the money is going. So it's good to really tell them what are you going to buy, and how are you going to make good use of the money going to be donated by them. And then this is Kampong Baru, and they did a video, right? Your write-ups can be short when there is a video, because the viewer will be glued to the video, more interested to watch the video than reading the caption. So, and then they had a write-up too. They had two, one was, there was two givings there. And why I shared this, because we always talk about, growing our membership in Malay members, right? So when you're looking at a certain target group, and then you have to have postings that relates to them, that attracts them, all right? At least we can start with the language, right? So you can do the write-up in the local language, Malay language, if you want to target that certain the group of people. And then finally, the My Rotary story. I think all of us are at home, and we are recollecting our Rotary memories. We can do that, and we can come up with this My Rotary Story campaign. The current PI team this year launched this campaign, My Rotary Story. A lot of clubs took it up, and it was good. You know, it was a very good PI initiative. So we can relaunch that. So we are at home. If there's no projects done for that week, maybe you can choose 1 or 2 Rotarians or yourself to do a write-up. And this is Rotary Club of Sri Petaling. They did a video on My Rotary Story. This was done in last year. And this is Aki from Rotary Club Bukit Bintang. And the club did a Rotary Story on him. And this Rotary Club Subang, they did My Rotary Story about past president Dinesh Kumar. He wrote about how Rotary changed his career. So let's start doing our own Rotary stories. Either you want to do a video or write up, and let's share the good experience, the good development that we attained from Rotary, and tell the people out there what Rotary can do for them, right? So number 4 is make experiences mutually rewarding, right? What I mean by this, there are professionals out there actively looking for a platform to develop themselves, self-development. If you look at the younger ones from even 35 to 45, that's young for Rotary, right? So if you look at them, what they look for is not money, nothing monetary from Rotary, but they want a platform where they can grow themselves, personal development, acquiring positive values. These are what they look for. So we can make our EDMs to show that Rotary experience is rewarding. All right, this is from Rotary Club Bukit Kiara Sunrise for their REF. And we can also tell people what Rotary can do for them. Now what they know is Rotary helps people, Rotary does fancy dinners, and Rotary build communities. These are the typical what people out there know about Rotary. And we as Rotarians can tell them what Rotary can do for them, right? So friendship, personal growth, leadership, international connection, career development, business networking, and acquiring positive values. So how we can tell this to them is through your Rotary story, or your own Rotary story. Tell them how Rotary have developed you and what have you attained from Rotary, the positive things. Moderator, how am I with time? Good, yeah? All right. So number 5 is strengthening public engagement, which is very, very important. You know, we can just do the postings, but we also have to we have to know what the public are interested to know. And in this MCO period, everything is about staying safe, staying healthy, and how to be away from the disease, or even improving our business, our career post MCO. So we can come up with public advisory posters, write-ups to create a confidence in people that everything is going to be fine. You know, we are there. Rotary cares, to create a positive impression that Rotary cares for them, right? And this is a posting from our district Facebook about the COVID-19 project, the emergency relief. So you can share this on your own Facebook, or you can take the EDM, the poster, e-poster, and share it via WhatsApp, or put it on your Facebook wall. Tell them what Rotary is doing and what more we can do. And this is Rotary Senthol, when they worked with the Face Shield Heroes. They were posting updates on the list of who they are working with, who are their partners. It's always good to work with partners. So because our names will be, the spread, the PI spread is bigger, broader. And this is the reason district initiative on showing people of action photographs, the safety advisory. So you can share it to your Facebook, or you can share it to your WhatsApp pages. So viral it. This is Rotary Sri Petaling. They did a video on how to stay safe, wash hands. And this is Rotary Subang, when they did a poster for World Cancer Day, and how to protect yourself, Rotary Cares, and this is Rotary Club of Klang Valley on the advisory on keeping surface clean. You know, a lot of them are talking about washing hands and wearing masks, and very little talking about keeping the surface clean. So it's good. Think of something new or something different that will attract attention to your postings. And this is how long the virus stays on the surface by Rotary Club of Subang. And this is Rotary Club of Klang Valley when they did a recognition for our health DG, Dr. Noor Hisham. And this is Rotary Club of Kota Baru. And they have daily updates on COVID status. And this is Rotary Club of Central Damansara. They are working with, it's always good to work with local councils, other NGOs. As I mentioned earlier, the PI mileage or recognition spreads out. And this is, and wishes too, and festive wishes. It's good to do a poster and post it. This is Rotary Club of Bandar Sungai Petani for Waisaki, and this is Rotary Club of Subang for Easter. So, we can have a mixture of your project postings, your public advisory, and also festive wishes. So at least the viewers have a different taste, different kind of information upload. And also articles, like polio articles, COVID articles from RI. There are many publications, online publications that are run by RI, Rotary International. You know, they have Rotarian Facebook, they have Rotarian Proud Rotarians, being a Rotarian. So there's a lot of articles being posted, and also Rotary Voices. So you can go through these articles and share the good ones that talks about Rotary, that explains what Rotary does around the world, to your Facebook or through WhatsApp. It gives confidence to the public that Rotary is a huge organization that does a lot more. This is Bukit Kiara Sunrise. They did a short write-up, which was very good. And also they shared the top 10 contributors of WHO, and it's very proud to know that Rotary is in top 10. We are contributing 3% of WHO's $5 billion budget yearly. You know, so we can share this to the public to just give the confidence that Rotary is a huge organization. And also Rotary works with other organizations. This is not a story of Liverpool versus Manchester United or Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. Right? We do work with Lions, Kiwanis, and the others. A few more. And I like this article, 7 reasons why young people should join Rotary. You know, because there's this stigma that Rotary is an old man club, rich man club, which is not true. But it's our responsibility also to continue to change the perception. So these kind of articles are good to share. And also our incoming RI president is a huge believer of power of youth. He always talks about road track, interact, you know. So we have to share that our leaders are being youthful and in the youthful circle. You know, this I love his attire, man. I think it's the first RI president I've seen with the faded denim jeans. Right, it's cool. So IDG, get your jeans ready. And also business, a lot of businesses are being very worried. So we can do business advisory posters or business advisory talks, which will attract that particular group to Rotary. And this is by Rotary Club of Kelana Jaya. They're doing a SME talk. Few more. And now is the right time when we are at home to either start or revise our club newsletters. This is a perfect time. You know, a lot of clubs are saying, you know, there's not enough time for us to start this newsletter, but now is a perfect time because newsletter is a very effective and productive tool that can travel, you know, around the globe in the social media vehicle to bring good mileage to Rotary and to your club. This is Rotary Club of KL Raja and Rotary Club of Subang, who monthly got their newsletters. And also, People of Action EDMs, connect, mentor, and fight hunger. You can create this on Brand Center. So I advise you to, suggest for you to explore Brand Center. Just play around with it. You don't have, if you don't have anything to do, just go. Don't have any Brand Center work to do. Never mind. Just go click around and just see what they have. You'll be amazed of what you can do in Brand Center. All right. Finally, this is the last one. Be a good host online. Host is not just hosting someone in person, physically. No, you can be a good host online too. It's all depending on the photographs that you post, the write-ups that you do. You can be a good host. Let me share with you a video. And when the video starts, Gurmeet, can you just show me a thumbs up if you can hear the audio, yeah?
Okay.
Are you sure you're ready to meet my family?
Of course I am, babe. I'm really looking forward to it.
Remember, I am the only girl, so my dad and my brothers can be a little bit protective of me. They might be a bit aggressive, but just don't take it personally.
I won't, babe. Look, I fear no man. All that matters is that I have you in my life. Because I love you.
I love you.
Right? So our postings shouldn't chase away anyone. All right? This is not only for the guests, also for your new members after induction and 1 year member, 2 year members. Because if you look at Rotary statistics, those who leaves Rotary, the biggest percentage are below 2 years. All right? So even for the guests, the public, when they read your posting, they should be attracted to you. They shouldn't run away. All right? So prepare your posting. Don't try not to post haphazardly or in a rush during the project. You can do it after the project. An hour or two after the project is not going to do any harm, to the posting, right? So prepare the posting. If can, show it another senior member for proofreading. It's always good to show it to another person. Don't show it to the whole club, because it'll take 1 year for you to get it approved. All right, so you should just show it to another person, get an opinion, prepare the posting, and know your target audience. Don't say, I want to show it to all, because if you want all, you want everything, you get nothing. That's the rule. All right, so know your audience. If you're going to say, I'm going to target 35 to 45 young professionals, or I'm going to target the ones at home, or I'm going to target the business owners, I'm going to target the established ones, up to you. I'm sure you have a strategic plan on who are you targeting for membership development or as donors, as a well-wisher for your club. So know your audience and prepare your postings or how they like to read, and share the experience, not the description. Talk about how you felt, or talk about how your members felt when you did the project, and talk about how the smile and the happiness on the faces of those receiving your givings. And then educate in your writing. You also can educate them how they can be part of this, the giving, how they can be part of this joy. But don't put pressure on them by saying, join Rotary and you can make people happy. Don't never do that. Please do not use the word join to pressure them. All right, we are not MLM. Please don't do that. All right. Instead, you can say, if you like to be part of this joy, contact me for more information. That is more appealing and welcoming. Please don't use the word join. Yeah, right. And again, welcome them. Don't chase them away. Maybe you can welcome them by maybe mentioning what's the next project. You can say tomorrow or next week, this is a group we're going to go to. If you are free, do join us. Say that. Don't say, please come and join us so that you can help us. More hands, more work we can do. Please don't do that. But you're putting pressure on them. And most importantly, people of action photographs. A lot of PI directors that I spoke to, they are very concerned, about privacy. They don't want to show the photographs of who they are giving to. That's fine. That's fine. You can either blur their face or you can take it from the back where you don't see their face. But what's most important is POA photograph is showing you in action. If you remember what I mentioned earlier, a photograph that you post should tell the story without me reading the description. That is called a people of action photograph. There's a lot of action in the photograph. Remember that. So at the end of the day, people won't remember what you said or did, but they will remember how you made them feel. Always remember this. Before you post anything on Rotary, on your club project, always remember this. You want them to remember you. You want them to remember Rotary in a positive way. So remember this, yeah. All right, the other thing I'd like to share that I read. First, we must be proud and consistent to tell the story and share our good Rotary stories with our family, friends, and business associates. Sorry. Maybe they join you, maybe not. Maybe they will tell their friends. One way or another, you give them an excellent taste of Rotary. So they share their good impression with more people. That's what we want to know, right? We are not talking about membership development where you post a posting and they'll come and they give you a call straight away. I want to join Rotary. This is a damn good postings, right? They won't say that. Is that a bomber? All right. So what we want people to have is a good impression of Rotary. Remember all these people, those who like your project postings, those who like your articles. If you notice, if you go back and have a study on all the likes, you will be amazed to see one or two been liking your postings for the past 2 or 3 years. These people are very silent. They stay there, they like what you do, and they're just waiting for a moment where they feel welcomed to send you that message to say, I'd like to know more about Rotary. Right? So remember, be more welcoming in your write-ups. So from the district public image team, we are willing to propose and guide how to do EDMs, even write-ups. We can share with you a good write-up guidance. Again, there's no one best way to do a write-up, right? Because your target group can be different, your experience can be different, all right? But we can share with you the good ones. Then you can read and have an idea of a good posting. And we also encourage you to write on blogs, and we can help you to share the article, prepare and share the article with the Rotary Showcase or Rotary Voices blog. Yeah, and we're also willing to come to your club and share productive practices to start and improvise a good postings. And do follow our district Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You should. This is yours. And all the contents are ours and yours. So you should follow this. So final slide. What is our take home today? What did we go through the learning? We went through the usage of the correct branding, and then we saw exemplary actions in postings, highlight experience, not description. And we spoke about making experience mutually rewarding and to strengthen public engagement and to be a good host. All right, so with that, thank you very much. Over to you, Gurmeet.
Thank you, Raj. It was a very, very entertaining session. So far, interesting enough, there's not been any questions in the chat section. If any of you have a question, can you please
Sure.
share with us?
I thought, Gurmeet, while we wait for questions to come in, so maybe something I can post to both you, Gurmeet, as a brand practitioner, and Raj as our incoming public image chair. I think Raj, for me, taking out from what Raj has spoken, it's about sharing your experience, and I think that's so important, right? Sharing your experience. And every club can do it. and explain to them. Because it's all about being emotive, right? Emotive sells. So when you do that, you get the message across. Hence my question is this, right? Clubs always raise funds for community service, for this, for that, right? And if you just do postings on Facebook or website or whatever, you're basically talking to the same old people, right? Because I like the Rotary Club of Subang's page, I like the Rotary Club Montiara's page, I like Bukit Bintang, I like this. So it's only Rotarians are liking. Is there a necessity for clubs to keep aside funds for public image? Meaning, must clubs keep aside money so that we can promote Rotary to the masses?
My opinion, yes, every club should do that. We have budget for youth service project, and public image should be equally given the importance. What to do with the budget? We can do a public event, or you can do goodies and give away with the logos. So yes, we should have budget. Clubs should have the budget, but first they need to have a plan, a public image plan, how to utilize the budget. What are we going to do with the budget? So first you need to have a plan, then the budget.
Yes, definitely. So once you have a plan, you can also then decide what are the tools and platforms that you'll be using. Costings for what is done offline, like what Raj just gave as an example, you do a goodie bag or merchandising with your Rotary Club branding, that's a different cost. And if you do online, paid promotion, that's what we call your sponsored ads. You see your posts boosted. Now that is very, very effective, and it's very cheap, to be honest, because you set your own daily budget. You can be as cheap as 10 ringgit, 20, 30, 50, and you can do it for a set period of time. Now the idea behind paid promotion online is you engage with a new audience, people who have not heard of you. So this is nothing to do with your followers. Your followers already see your content because they follow you. But we're trying to expand your reach. Other people will become aware of your club and what you do.
Thanks, guys. I'm just looking in the chat, and we've got a question from Kamarul from Chris. He asks us, how is our relationship with the press?
All right, it's my personal opinion about press, Kamarul. Before I answer, I want to answer the question. How many of us read newspapers these days? Right?
Does the online version count?
Yeah. No, last year I did an event for a press group of journalists organized by Malaysian Airports, and the participants were all the media people, and I was talking Rotary to them, and one of the guy asked me this question. He looked at me and asked, why do you still want journalists to come to your event to cover? He said, no one is reading newspaper. He said, all the newspaper publications are either winding up or they are retrenching. So he was saying, you should go on social media, fully on social media. If you're going to spend any money on getting the journalists there, even including giving them the goodies or anything, he said use that money to on the social media advertisement or what Gurmeet just mentioned. And I actually agree with that guy. So maybe we should look at blogs, or get someone to write blogs if he can't write blog, or invite bloggers instead of press. Invite bloggers to our events and encourage them, inspire them to write about Rotary. I don't know what to give to them, but some bloggers are the upcoming ones who look for events and they look for interviews. So maybe we should target them. They will do it for free because they want traffic to their blog, and we can tell them, look, we have 2,000 members in Malaysia. That's a good traffic, right? So maybe we should start targeting bloggers and online, those who write online, what do you call it, online media, instead of the printed publications. So that's my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, I think we have Sanjeev from Klanajaya. Sanjeev, of course, most of you all know, is a former Rotaractor and now a Rotarian. And I think more important than anything else, he's also the son-in-law of the current governor. So we have no choice but to allow Sanjeev now to unmute himself and ask a question. Subra, I know you want to ask a question, but immediately after Sanjeev, we'll have Subra asking the question. So Sanjeev, can you just unmute yourself and shoot away your question?
This is so unfair. This is so unfair. The rest had no time when he get to talk.
Exactly. Okay, I'll go to the one at Social Club of Bandar Jaya. Yesterday we had a talk by someone in the industry.
Sorry, Sanjeev, you're not clear.
Quite a lot of guests.
Wrecking, bro.
Okay. How about now? How about now?
Yeah, sounds better. Carry on.
Moved one step or what?
Okay. So yesterday we had quite a lot of guests that are not familiar with the club. We find it difficult to be engaging, to be welcoming to these guests because first timers, we don't know who they are, we don't know their behaviors, we don't know that. How do we become more engaging, especially when we got the speaker? We don't have time left to be welcoming and to show our how warm we are to these guests. So after the meeting, after the speaker session, and then we try to engage them, but a lot of them just leave after the speaker session. So we want to get some ideas. How do we become more engaging and welcoming as compared to our typical face-to-face club meeting? Yeah, it's the first one. Thanks.
I think we shouldn't bombard the first-time guest with a lot of Rotary information. You know, just take their details and maybe you can create a WhatsApp group called Friends of Rotary, and then keep them there and slowly feed them with your club information. You know, when we invite guests to our meeting, you know, in-room meeting, physical meeting, we used to give them the booklet, our balance booklet from our installation, and that booklet contains a lot of information about our club, right? So we don't do a presentation to them immediately on the first date on what is our club. So they read from that book and slowly they feed themselves with the information. So similarly, online with the current situation, which is online, you know, we have to feed them online. You know, either we give them, encourage them to go to our Facebook more often, put them in a Friends of Rotary WhatsApp, and slowly engage them, not to pressure them. So we still feed them with information about our club. We still educate them, but in a more welcoming approach where it can be 2 days once, you tell them something about Rotary, or weekly, maybe not just daily. Yeah, that's what I will do. Is that good, Sanjeev? Or he can only unmute once.
Okay, while Sanjeev is mulling on that answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then thanks Raj for that. But some of the first timers, it is hard to get their information, but we'll try to do our best next time. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Even your dating days, the girls didn't give you the number of the first date, right? So same thing, so it takes time.
Okay, thank you, Raj.
Okay, can we go to Subra? I think Subra is waiting to ask a question. Subra from Bukit Jalil.
Is anyone son-in-law?
Can I talk?
Yes, Subra, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hope this Sanjeev's track was not so clear. Though I have got two questions for you, Raj, and the team, especially Karthi and also incoming DG. Now, all these years we have been, it's good that we have highlighted on the branding. Now the district or RI has narrowed down the logo branding and all. Okay, that's good. Likewise, I don't know for what reason, all these years we have not got a kind of a uniformed suit or a t-shirt for our district events, our club events. You see, when we are meeting up for the district assembly, all of us will be all kind of colors is there. Green, brown, black, brown, blue, and different kind of blues. Why can't we, the incoming DG, decide on a color, particular color for a suit, and 4 different colors for the t-shirts, collared t-shirts, round t-shirts, so that when we are going out, even though we are doing our club events, we all of us will be using the same kind of t-shirts, and the branding and the image of the public will be there. Once they see, they know it's Barisan Nasional. They know it is, a Bersatu, like them. I'm trying to say that they know it is Rotary. You know, every time all of us, we have got all kind of branding, all kind of color codes and all these things. I always see it's very not uniform. Why all these days we are not practicing this? So if not for zone wise or RI, why can't the district decide on particular color and we follow? I know the suits every year district governor comes, there's a new color code and we have to stitch a code. It's so expensive. So we should decide on one. So we are calling for a district event. Okay, we are using the t-shirt A and the suit, this color suit. That's about it. All of us will be same. When you are meeting up 500 people in a room or in a hotel, in a town, the whole town will know that these people are Rotarians or I mean, by the color itself. And we give the color coding. All the clubs can do their t-shirts with their own club names with the color code. The second thing, likewise, yesterday we were meeting up with the heads. Though it was head out, like we are meeting up, we are all same color hats. How nice it will be, very uniform. That is my opinion.
True. Before IDG and Karchi answers this, even I had the same question, Subra. I agree with you. I had the same question. If you look at Lions, they have this one common vest that they will wear. Well, I want to wear a vest like that. But if they are in a project, a few clubs come together, you will only see Lion. That's it. You won't see Lion KL, Lion PJ, Lion Subang. No, you won't see that. It's nice. It is nice. I had the same question. Then slowly I realized, it's cost and color codes. Now if you see, a lot of clubs got different color codes. Yeah, if district chooses Cheras jacket color, imagine me in that color. Like, come on. So I understand it's a bit tough. Maybe there's other reasons. Maybe IDG and Karthi can give your opinion on this question. It's a very good question.
Just allow me to say something here. Yeah, I strongly, Subra, I strongly agree with you. But the thing is, this whole thing must start from the very, very top. Now, Rotary International, like what you say, every year changes. The theme, logo itself, the theme color, like my year, next year, in other words, they are talking about navy blue. But I never impose it because, if really every year you change your jacket, the color, the theme logo, because once you change a theme logo, your t-shirt will have to change it as well, whatever it is. So not until we can have that kind of, understanding, that kind of practice from the very top, looks like going forward, we will still have to do something like what you plan to do. In fact, I love the idea. When I look at No Lion, when they are doing a project, from far, 3 miles away, I know no lions are there. But when we look at us, we have pockets of green t-shirt, yellow t-shirt, red t-shirt, that kind of things. So it doesn't give you the uniformity in that sense. I strongly agree with you. But
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Theo.
Right.
I think Subra's question is very good. I think incoming governor has set the motion. I think the question is this: yes, lions look attractive, but I find it exciting when I come to a district conference and I see the Bukittington Buggers in their brown and the Cheras guys in green. Right? It's an interesting thing. But yes, there is a need for a single T-shirt color for the district. But it's something now. I mean, we've got currently Leo here. We've got Theo. We've got Bindi, and we've got Krish. So maybe the future governors can think and mull about it, about one singular color for the district. And who knows? Maybe maybe we may not implement it immediately, but we may just have a so-called district T-shirt that we all wear when we do outside activities. Yeah, that's the idea. But I just want to go to some comments that is made before I move on. Is Governor Leo has mentioned. And recently, when they did a project with Rotary Kaseh, that Lim Kok Wing University has offered to help the district put together a district video. So it's currently being done. Our current PI chair Mealy and the team are working on it. So yes, together with Lim Kok Wing, we are doing that. Goodman, if you allow me to, can I invite Suresh Krishnan from Rotary Club of Malawati to post his
Yes.
question. Suresh?
Sure.
Is Suresh there? Suresh from Malawati? I think
Unmute yourself. Unmute, Suresh.
Suresh, you need to unmute your on the left, bottom left, yeah.
So my question is related to basically, I've been a Rotractor from 89 to 2000, a Rotractor, and then I had a long lapse before I became a Rotarian with Malawati from 2015. So something that I noticed is that the last few years, at least, the last 3-4 years, you look at mass media. I know good point that Raj mentioned about why depend on mass media and all that. Maybe we are at the stage whereby we still need a good balance between our exposure in mass media. Like for example, when we had the Rotary Day organized last year, was very good when few ministers turned up and everything. That was good. So we need to I think we are still at the stage where we need a good balance between our exposure coming on the mass media while we build our exposure on social media, right? In Malaysia, we still need that balance. But I noticed that the last few years, we have sort of reduced the exposure on Rotary, yeah, on overall Rotary, on mass media. We need that somehow. When the exposure happens, the eyeballs, it catches different target groups. It could be the ones who are just left Rotrac and looking at what I'm supposed to do. I know about Rotary, but do. And those who have left Rotrac many years, because remember we have a large pool of individuals who are past Rotractors, and I believe that a lot of them got lost in Twilight Zone. They never joined Rotary. These people are people who know about the Rotary family, about Intrac, Rotrac, everything, but they are lost. I don't know why. They must have got so busy or fed up in there. So we must find a way to get that group back again into Rotary, hopefully. This is already group of people who know about Rotary, so get them back, and different target groups, as you say. Yeah? So we need to have a balance. So maybe Karthi, who is fully into advertising, whatnot, and others, gourmet, why we have reduced exposure in mass media over the years compared to JCI, Kiwanis, and all these people, right? Are they because they are spending money? Maybe you would know, and others here would know. Maybe they are actually pumping in money to get that exposure, and maybe because of that, finally translate to our membership being stagnant over the last few years. The different DGs have always been trying to overcome this glass ceiling, Always I know how IPDG, Dr. Bhaskaran, was kept pushing, trying to pass that barrier, but finally numbers drop. It always happens, right? So I'm sure currently DG Leo and incoming DG will still be trying to push that glass barrier, but we're going to face that if we don't overcome that problem. Why? We will not break this glass ceiling, yeah? Overcome this in terms of membership, yeah? Why we are doing all this publicity is to drive in more people into Rotary and break that glass ceiling. So over to you all guys.
Thank you, Suresh. Maybe Karthi, you want to give your industry opinion on this?
I think we do have some share voice, right? I think as far as Malaysia is concerned, if we ask the general, I think 10% of the people know who Rotary is. I think we just need to be a lot more aggressive in the manner in which you think. I think currently with the current situation, the COVID, Raj showed us a few slides, the amount of work that's being done, right? Tremendous work from Perlis right down to Negeri Sembilan, to Kota Baru, to Kuantan, to the smallest of towns. We are doing it. I think the question is, we just need to get the message out. The problem is, the message, we all know this, but we're not spending enough money to get the message out there, right? And I think Raj message about our experience is not being shared. You see a lot of the pictures that Raj shared, were pictures of us giving, right? So it's just, I mean, it's no different than passing over a check. So it's all about showing the experience. We need to do that. And I think the question about funding for public image needs to increase. And I know incoming Governor Theo has actively pushed Raj and actually given Raj some money to spend on public image. So, and that's a good start, right? The governors, current governors, the future governors understand the importance of public image, and hopefully in time that's going to change. And I think Theo's stand on wanting the public image to play a big role following year is a good start. So it is going to change, Suresh, and hopefully in time with this current plans that Raj has, the future, and as you all may know, Gurmeet will be chair the following year, right? So they have a consistent plan in place. So Gurmeet is now Raj's deputy. The following year when Bindi becomes governor, Gurmeet takes over. So there's a consistent plan with the public image committee in wanting to go out there and share their thing, and also getting as much publicity out there.
Yep. And maybe another option we can consider is having a press release link in our portal and gather all the media publications of all the clubs and, have an archive there. So at least we can visit and use it for any talks or reference purpose. Is there one, Karthi? The new portal?
I think there's a plan. Our portal is work in progress. The incoming governor Theo oversees the portal management, and it's work in progress. I think we've made huge progress. It's not there yet. It will get there in time, hopefully. By the time, I'm sure, hopefully by the time Theo ends his governorship, we'll have it all in place. But yes, there's huge efforts being done. We're not there yet, but it's being worked on. And it is views like this that we need to hear, so that we can really move on. Let me just go back to some comments. I just want to thought, past Governor Paul has also made some comments about the color code. There needs to be some standardization. He mentioned that every RI president has their own color. But the conversation went on to say that, yes, there may be, the RI may have one, but I think it's required that the district looks into it. But I understand past Governor Rajinder has a comment, so maybe we can take Rajinder's question before we go on. Past Governor Rajinder.
Thank you, Karthi. My comment is regarding the theme. This has been brought up, and there was actually a lot of pressure from the public image leaders at that time that they should only have a theme without any logos, just a Rotary logo, and they can put their theme there. But apparently there's a lot of money made selling products every year. So I think it's the financial part which has stopped Rotary from doing it. And I feel that the Rotary staff just wear T-shirts with the Rotary logo. And we should forget about the annual theme. Just have a logo, Rotary, and have a certain color that you choose, or choose a Rotary color, and then we'll have something uniform. Yes, my comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajinder.
Raj, there is a question here from Dinesh. And he suggests that he requests a video marketing like the YouTube and movie theater. Branding needs to follow with the current and needs to be trendy. Public image is a mirror value to marketing. My opinion, of course, is blah, 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 blah. It needs to be sexier, and we need to increase exposure and introduction of Rotary. So maybe both Gurmeet and Raj can attempt to answer that.
Topless dance marketing video. It's within the forward. Yes, we need, I agree with that, the marketing video, not the sexier part, the marketing video. And the Lim Kok Wing's assistance on the video is a good start. So maybe they can show us, or guide us. This is how public marketing video should be. Maybe we'll take it up from there. I'm also eagerly waiting for that video.
Yeah, I mean, ideal situation. Sorry, yeah. Ideally, it'll be. The end game is to imagine having a district video, a district promotional video, playing in GSC and TGV. We hope we can reach that stage one day. Of course, there's a lot of negotiations that need to be done with the media owners because cinema advertising is very, very expensive. It's a perfect platform because imagine everyone coming before the start of the movie, they get a preview of what Rotary in Malaysia is. It'll be really good, but it'll take time. We can start working on it, but we hope eventually we'll reach there. But we'll start off with the YouTube first. That's a bit more easier. Doing the videos on social media is a stepping stone. Sorry, Karthi.
Maybe you look into that, blogger thing Raj was telling is a wonderful idea. And the blogger, like we don't go for the upcoming bloggers, let's go for a sensational one. There are a lot of them who we can try to get them and make them an honorary member of Rotary and go on publishing.
The upcoming one was just suggestions. But when you have a budget for PI, you can buy ad banners on blogs. Like the current big one is Shiok, right? So maybe you can buy a banner and then get a space for weekly articles. That's how you can make use of that PI budget if your club have one.
Go for Siti Kasim.
Who?
Siti Kasim.
What PI you want to do, bro?
She'll be a good blogger.
I just want to touch again what Suresh mentioned earlier. He said we have to bring back those who left Rotary. It's very true. We can use our PI work to bring them back. That term that we join Rotary for the wrong reason, we stay for the right reason, and also we leave for the wrong reason too. So we can use our PI work on our Facebook or wherever, because those who leave Rotary, they're still in the club Facebook, right? So we can share our experience, tell them the good things that we experience in Rotary and show them what they have missed. Right? Most of them would have left in anger and frustration, and that won't last too long, this frustration. Once it comes down, and let them read the good stuff in Rotary and the good work you are doing, and slowly bring them back. Build that Rotary, rebuild the Rotary interest in them, and bring them back. Yes, PI can bring them back. Thank you, Suresh, for asking that earlier.
Thank you.
Can I say something here?
Yes,
Can
guys,
I say something here?
We have incoming Governor Theo saying.
Yeah. Now, this is something regarding the retractors. I think in the past, less than 5%, I suppose, retractors join Rotary. Now, in the past, we always regard retractors as the future of Rotary. Now, with all these changes, now no more. Yeah, they are no more the future of Rotary, but they are the present of Rotary. So, yes, I think we need to bring them back, especially the 95% who have left and who have never come back to a Rotary. But going forward with all these changes, I believe the so-called attrition rate will not be that high. Yeah, the question is how can we retain them? How can we motivate them? And going forward, that's my belief. Yeah, maybe since I'm on it now, maybe just let me share some of my observations. Yeah. Now, one, I think Raj said, don't invite them to join. But I always believe we should always invite the people to join us, to come in, to see, to feel, and when they're comfortable, then join. Yeah. But we tell them now, join us. But when you are comfortable, that's one. Yeah. Now, the other thing is also, I think, talking about promotion, I think Raj has done a very good job promoting all the service projects and things like that. But I always believe in Rotary, there are so many other good things that we should promote. Reasons for joining Rotary, for example, the core values, for example, fellowship, good fellowship, integrity, all these things of leadership development, for example. I think we should also promote this with pictures, with activities carried out by us. This is my comment, yeah? Now, talking about news, I think Raj is commenting on how many of us are now reading, newspapers and things like that. Yes, I don't buy newspaper, but I read news every day, but it's in digital form. So to say that we don't read news, I think it's quite wrong, you know. So this is my my comment as well. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Eddie G.
Yeah, I think
Karthi, we're running out of time.
Sure,
I believe.
I think there's one more question. I'm not sure whether Kamaru is being funny or not, but he says that Siti wants to say something.
Siti wants to. Yes, correct.
I'm not sure whether Siti really wants to or Kamaru is just aging her. So, they want to.
So we are just sharing because we can't have two laptops on. That's why. Anyway, well done, guys. I think one of those things that we really need to look into is which you all have touched on, is the budget for PI. Okay. Over the years, we really have only relied on the goodwill of some of our Rotarians whose profession is doing PI work. I think we should really move away from that. If we really want to do good publicity for what we all are doing, gathering all the information from clubs, high resolution staff, getting professionals to develop our videos. I think we have to move towards that direction. And those budgets, Theo, that you have already tried and put into our coming budget, I think that helps the PI committee to have a better plan for our district, which will incorporate all the club's events. So budget is key. We should do away with this relying on individuals, experts, and PBs. They can give us advice, but I think we need professionals, paying professionals. I mean, they are professionals to pay them.
Okay, right. Now, since City is on a budget, let me just share with you. The proposed budget for 2021, I have really, take a big step forward. I have actually proposed, I'm not made that, big allocation for PI and also membership, because these are the two top priorities as far as the district is concerned, or as far as I'm concerned. So I would like to have the buy-in from the clubs, and we will be sending out a budget very, very soon, proposed budget for endorsement. So big budget in the sense that we can make use of it and really do some promotion work. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. We have a comment on overrun the time.
I'm sure everyone's,
Yeah, maybe we can wrap it up, Gurumit.
Okay. So I hope everyone enjoyed the session. We all did. Now, what will be really, really important is if you can come and join us with Karthi's session at 4 o'clock, because there's a direct link. There's a continuation between what Raj has spoken about and what Karthi's going to talk about. He's going to talk about public image as the bigger picture, right? That's why it's titled Why Bother? Because some people ask themselves, why bother? Why do we need to waste time, effort, and money on public image? Well, we're going to correct that perception at 4 o'clock.
Yep.
If you have any questions, please drop us an email. Nagesh has sent the YouTube link to the Rotary channel, so please click on it and subscribe. All our videos will be there. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a pleasant afternoon ahead, and see you guys at 4 o'clock. Karthi, Raj?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just don't know whether District Trainer Kiran, is she in the house? Is she in the room? Would she like to say something before we end the session?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Karthi. Well done, team. I think today is going to be an interesting day already. We're having many of our Rotarians log in. The way public image is going on, especially since this year, last year, this year, and it's going to change the way it's going to lift the image of Rotary. I think it's very important. So I suggest that everybody comes on board as much as we can accommodate by this session. Thank you very much. It's a very good session. I learned a lot too.
Thank you, guys. And I think I just want to say something. You know, there is there is, as much as we can talk about public image, the only way we can all push this is our leadership basically motivates it. And I think we are lucky this year, or at least in the last few years, Leo is pushing it, Theo is going to push it. I know Bindi plans to push it, and Krish is also on the same plate. So the current governors, the future governors really needs to push public image, and we are lucky that they are, and this needs to go on. So increasing budgets, incoming Governor Theo, hopefully you can add on some more money so that Raj can do this more effectively.
Exactly.
Hey, brother, sudah banyak lah.
Same thing to Bindi and Krish, the more funds they have, it's the more we can do.
Yep.